What's going on, everyone? Ty Talk Sports here, back with another video. Once again, Michael's back here. As you saw, we guys did our NFC predictions. Just means it feels right that we got to do the AFC.
Have to.
So same style as last time. We're going to go from 7-1. If the playoffs started today, what are the records? Who are the teams? What's it looking like? So starting off with the wild card at 7, Mike, I'll let you kick us off again.
So this is going to be the biggest shocker of the AFC.
This one's going to be fun.
And who I have at the 7th seed with a underwhelming year in football compared to years past, Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
The Kansas City Chiefs, I have them going 10-7, and I know you may be thinking this guy's crazy.
Shocking.
But I think the reason why I had some of the NFC teams losing the way they did is because you lost Tyreek Hill. And I know you got Juju, but those are two different players. Yeah. Juju's going to have a great year. Don't get me wrong. He's going to have a breakout season. But Tyreek Hill
is Tyreek Hill.
And when you can sit back there and just throw a streak down the field to someone who is that fast,
it's comfortable.
I think they're going to miss him.
They will.
So they lose to the Colts. They're going to lose to the Bills. They have a tough schedule.
They do. They have a tough schedule.
So Colts, they lose. They lose to the Bills. 49ers, I think they pull that upset. They're going to lose to the Titans, the Chargers. They're going to lose to the Rams. And I think the Broncos get one just because that's a competitive series between them. Chiefs, 10-7. I'm not going to keep going. There ain't much more to say. Come at me in the comments.
Before I get on mine, it's hard to do these predictions because this AFC conference, it's so good.
It is.
There's so many teams here. When I look at these predictions, I'm like, it pains me that some of these teams are not on here because these are just some really good football teams here in the AFC. Like, the NFC was so easy to predict, but this AFC, man, it's tough. When you got so many elite teams and two elite divisions, like, at least, it's hard. So, starting off my 11th seed, Broncos country, let's ride. Denver at 11-6. With the Niners, Chargers, Chiefs, Rams, Cardinals, and Raiders, they're all losing too. They split with all the guys in their division, and then they lose to a 49ers team. I think that's going to be elite. And, you got the Rams. Michael?
This should just tell you that Tyler is really big on the AFC West. If he has them as the last seed. Rightfully so, though.
Yeah. I think bringing in a Super Bowl winning quarterback
it pains me.
Yeah, he's a Seahawk. Yeah, I remember when that trade went down because you were the first person I texted.
No,
but
everyone texted me.
The Denver Broncos, who have always been a team who were always one QB away,
and now they got him.
Exactly, and
we'll see what happens.
I love it. I think Courtland Sutton's going to take a great leap. Jerry Jeudy as well. He's still got the backfield of Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams.
Yep.
Still the very young and uprising pieces on the defense as well. And Simmons, Pat Surtain, Bradley Chubb. I think like this team on both sides of the ball, there's so much talent. And I think Russell Wilson's going to go in there and shape that team to the culture of winning. And I think this can be a contending team for the next 4 to 5 years, I think.
I don't think he has that long in him. But
we'll see.
I said that because they ain't on my team anymore. My next one is this. At the 6th spot, the Las Vegas Raiders is who I have there. Devontae Adams is huge. Adams, Waller. I mean, Hunter Renfrow. I mean, they were a playoff team last year without that. The biggest question mark is Josh Jacobs, but they'll figure it out. But they're going to lose to the Chargers, Cards, Chiefs, Colts. Chargers, again, I have them losing both those.
Interesting.
And the Rams. And so it's going to be interesting. We'll see. But a playoff team that got better, they'll be back.
Yeah. For me, I mean, I love that. I think it's just so hard to compete in this AFC West where I once again have another team from there. The boys down in Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes, I don't think, yes, we mentioned it, but losing Tyreek Hill is going to hurt. As Michael said, it's comfortable when you throw a streak to a guy who's 22 miles an hour and you know he's down there.
Yep.
But I expect this offense to continuously maybe even play better. Well, yeah, because Patrick Mahomes said it himself how he always just felt comfortable knowing that Tyreek was winning his matchup and he could just give it to him. You bring in Juju, who I think is and in fantasy football, guys, I think Juju Smith-Schuster is a league winner. I think there's a lot to like in him. And Travis Kelce is still there. I think you also still have Sky Moore. You drafted him. I think there's a lot to like about him as well. McCall Hardman. He's fast. Is he Tyreek fast? Absolutely not.
No.
But he's fast. I think there's more receivers to spread this ball to now, to where it isn't just one guy. This is a multiple guy offense to where you can diverse it between these guys, and they'll all do their job. On defense, losing losing Tyrann Mathieu hurts, but you bring in Justin Reed, who also can apparently kick 60-yard field goals. And then apart from that, not much changes on that defense as well. It kind of is the same. You low-key running back, but for a defense that also struggled those first few weeks of the season last year, I remember they were like 3-4, and then their defense picked it up, and that's really where they started the turnaround. So Patrick Mahomes is going to do his thing. He's Patrick Mahomes. So I have them losing to the Raiders, Rams, Chargers, Broncos, and Titans.
Yep, nice. So my next at the 5, to make this short, Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson has an MVP type year, bounce back season, wants that money, out to prove it. If the Ravens ain't going to sign me to that long-term deal, I'm going to get it from someone, and he's going to show why he deserves every bit of that money. Bills, they lose to the Bengals twice, though.
Yep, I have that.
They lose to the Saints, Broncos, and the Steelers. They'll split. But I look forward to seeing a healthy running back core with the Ravens.
With Dobbins and Gus Edwards.
So hopefully the injury bug stays away from the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep, I have the Ravens at my 5 seed as well. Sweeping by Cincinnati, Bills, have them losing to the Bucs and Broncos. So if you would like to kick it off with your 4th seed.
My 4th seed is going to be, we'll just stay in this division. It's going to be the AFC North winner, the Bengals. They are good, but I think having them go back, thinking of the Bengals that you thought of the last half of the season, I don't think it's going to be that same team. I think they will be good. They will. But I have them losing to the Ravens. I have them losing to the Titans, Chiefs, Bucks, Pats, and the Bills. Actually, I lied because I said that they were going to sweep. They were going to sweep the Ravens. So they win that one. So here's my correction there. My bad. But Bengals, they're going Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
I mean,
T. Higgins. Tyler Boyd.
No.
I'll talk about the Bengals in just a few minutes. With my 4th seed, Indianapolis. I like what there is here. I have them going 11-6, losing to the Chiefs, Broncos, Titans, Patriots, Raiders, and Chargers. For a team that was borderline playoff last year, with Carson Wentz as your quarterback, you bring in Matty Ice, a guy who has won an MVP, a veteran who is going to revamp that offense as well. When you go from such an upgrade from Carson Wentz to Matt Ryan, that passing offense is going to be electrified. It's going to change. I think Michael Pittman Jr. will have a leap. I still think Jonathan Taylor will do his thing. I think there's a lot to like about him as well. Very physical, can break for big plays on any given moment, and you still got that elite offensive line, and you still got some defensive pieces as well. Colts didn't really shape up that much except for really their quarterback change, and that's what's going to take them over the hump this year, and they'll make the playoffs this year.
Yep. So my next, the 3, I have a someone we even said I'm kind of putting them too low, but the Chargers. I have them at 11-6. Herbert is phenomenal. Allen's great. Eckler, hopefully he stays healthy. Defense is good.
My fantasy team will like that.
So Chargers will be great. They're going to win their division. They're going to split with the Chiefs. They're going to lose to the 49ers, lose to the Raiders, Titans, Colts, Rams. Those are my losses for them. Great year, though. Herbert may be an MVP. Conversation towards the end.
I'll talk about that in a minute because I'm very high on the Chargers train as well. At my 4th seed, Cincinnati.
3 seed.
Michael, did I say 3?
You said 4.
Oops.
3
Well,
seed.
Michael, you know I'm a Joe Burrow enthusiast. I remember watching his first year at LSU, and I was like, all right, this kid's solid. And then the next year, flat-out dominance with Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire as well. I missed that team. And Joe Burrow plays with so much confidence.
Yeah.
Like Joe Cool, Joe Shiesty, all the names you want, he's him.
Yep.
Jamar Chase could have a wide receiver one season. I think him and Justin Jefferson will be going back and forth as well as Cooper Kupp. Have the Bengals going 12-5, losing to the Ravens, Bills, Buccaneers, Patriots, and Kansas City. This is going to be a very offensive-heavy team. Joe Mixon, and then I think this is arguably one of the best receiving corps in football. And you got an elite quarterback as well. This team is going to light it up. They lit it up in the back half of the season, and they're going to continue this season. I don't know if we'll have, as you said, that back half season Bengals immediately, but I expect that to take form at some point. You bring back Jesse Bates. You bring in those offensive line pieces, Lyle Collins. That was what was missing last year. Joe Burrow was sacked so many times. I remember even during the Titans game, he was sacked, 8 or 9 times? And now that you bring in help to fix that area, which was needed the most, there's a lot to like. And there's a lot of improvement.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
The Super Bowl, a team that went to the Super Bowl got better.
They did.
So,
and I just want to fix my correction. I actually have the Chargers as a 4 seed, Bengals as a 3 seed. Okay. Chargers 11-6, Bengals 12-5. So
I'll throw that on the screen right there.
Throw on the screen. My 2 seed, I'm very high on this team. The Indianapolis Colts, 12-5. Jonathan Taylor got better at quarterback, good defense, good offensive line. Good wide receivers. What more is there to say?
Yeah. What is there not to like?
So, exactly. And you got, one of the coolest kickers.
Exactly. Rodrigo Blankenship.
You know what I'm saying?
Rolling in on Heelys to the preseason game. Playing with Legos when he got drafted.
Losing the Titans, Broncos, Pats, Cowboys, Vikings. This is going to be another shocker. Colts. But I won't be shocked.
I won't be shocked either.
So,
as you said, a team that got better and still has just a lot of amazing pieces. My 2 seed... Chargers. I love this team because last year they were so elite on offense. Their defense is where they struggled. And what did they do? They go out. They trade for Khalil Mack. They sign J.C. Jackson. They bring in elite pieces to win now. Yes, Khalil Mack is a little bit older, but he's going to have an impact. J.C. Jackson on the younger end. One of my biggest questions is still Brandon Stanley, but I think he'll have a prove-it year. I think this defense is going to be completely revamped, obviously, with the star power that you add. And on the offense, you don't change a thing. Justin Herbert, my pick for MVP. Keenan Allen, arguably a top 10 receiver on any given day. Mike Williams, one of the best wide receiver 2s in football. Palmer as well, the young sophomore. I think he could take a leap. And then Austin Eckler, Mr. Trusted on his fantasy team. I'm super high on Austin Eckler, and Michael knows that personally, how high I am on Austin Eckler. Herbert is phenomenal. There's so much talent. He's shown so much elite upside since his very first game where he wasn't even supposed to be starting. I love the Chargers this year. I have them going 13-4, splitting with the Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, and losing to the Colts.
Yep. Yeah. My 1 seed.
This is our 1 seed. We both have the same prediction for this.
Most dominant team in football this year, the Bills.
Yep.
They're going to lose twice. They're going 15-2. Chiefs, Pats.
The only reason they lose the Pats game is because it'll be and it's week 18. Yep. I think they win the midseason with the Pats, and since they'll secure the 1 seed, what is there to play for? That's the only reason.
And the Chiefs have the Bills better pray that they don't play the Chiefs in the playoffs. They'll have home field advantage, so it won't matter. The Chiefs though have just a mental hold on this team, so it'll be interesting to see. But Bills are dominant, 15-2. Be great.
I love that because I think the Bills are going to be a completely dominant team. I love Josh Allen. He's my second pick for MVP. He's just amazing. He's a very physical quarterback. He can use his legs. He can chuck the crap out of the pigskin, man. And on defense, you add Von Miller, who is obviously older, but he'll do his thing. And then you're going to get back Tre'Davious White. You're going to bring back Jordan Poyer, and you go out and you draft James Cook to a running back room who had some questions, but you put him Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, and then you add James Cook, who is versatile. You can use him as a receiving back. Buffalo Bills, I think they're going to be the most complete dominant team in football this year, as Michael said. We had a trade that just went happen, so I'm trying to figure out what just happened because it was something. It was something big. If we can get to Twitter. I got it. Nope, I can't see it yet. I'm not sure what just happened, but it was a trade. I think it was Jalen Reagor. If I'm not I can't see anything right now.
Don't see anything.
We'll take a look at it, but that is the end of this video. These predictions. 2022-23 football is here, man.
It's great.
What
Great
a time. What a time to be alive. And college football starting. We're going to do more college football content as well. We have a lot of ideas that we were discussing.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much opportunity, and we're really excited for what we could be bringing. So
The best way for you to know?
hit that bell.
Hit that bell.
You got to subscribe and hit that bell so you always know whenever we post new content here, because we're going to be posting new content. There's so much to happen on a week-to-week basis, and I'm really excited. I'm super excited to have Michael here. Once again, all his socials are at the bottom of the screen. Go drop him a follow because he's amazing. He's done so much for me, and he's going to continue to do that. I'm really excited to have him on the show because we have a lot of ideas, and I'm really excited for what we can do. So
It's going to be fun.
let us know what y'all think about these predictions. I think there's some bold takes, and we're really excited for what you guys are going to think about this. So
Be good.
thank y'all for watching. Once again, follow Michael. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell so you never miss that content. And until then, this is Ty Talk Sports and MichaelDros signing off.
See you guys.